So a few months ago I came across a jellyfish at the back of the castle heading out to sea. It was a Portuguese man of war, quite a nasty jellyfish. And I've just noticed it's coming down the beach, so I'd heard there was a lot coming in. Let's see if we can find one. There we go. There's one there. Not much to see really. A little bubble float thing. They float on the surface. There's a particularly large one there, as you can see. Now, it does have some tentacles left on. Tentacles left on it. You definitely don't want to touch these. They have quite a nasty sting, and I believe it can actually be fatal in certain instances. But this is the first time I've ever seen them. I mean, I saw that one a couple of months ago, but in my entire time at sea around the islands, I've never seen a Portuguese man of war. In fact, it's very rarely heard of that they come up. And occasionally somebody says they might have seen one, but for some reason this year we had one or two turn up, and all of a sudden they've been infesting the beaches. I mean, this is just, we found two in the last few seconds. Just see if there's any more. Probably there's another one over there. See, there's another one here. Why there's so many this year, who knows? That's a classic shape, like the Cornish pasty. And another one further over there. Interesting, just spotted another type of jellyfish. It's one of these white ones you get at sea. It's obviously dead or half eaten. Right, you can see it's not bad out there. It's a bit cloudy. It might rain a bit later. I was going to come out yesterday, but if you saw the last video with all that swell we had and that, we had the same again. We've had more storms. It's been about a week or so, week and a half since I've been out, and the water was so churned up. I thought I'd give it an extra day to sort of the waters would clear. Now it's low tide now. The tide should be on its way up very, very soon. Hopefully there'll be some fish. How far I'm going to go, I don't know. I might go out to the outer rocks to start with, then come back in as the tide gets up, because it will get, I can still see some swell out there, so it will get a bit lumpy as the tide comes in further out. But we'll see how we get on. We'll see what sort of, if there's any fish around and that. And we've got to go and see if we can find our pots if they might have moved in the last weather. I don't know. And it should have been alright. The tides weren't as big as the last storm we had, so that would have helped them. Now normally I'd check the pots last, but today I'm going to do it first because the tide is going to be making its way in, so I better find the reefs to put the pots on, and it'd be better with the fishing when the tide's coming up anyway, or should be. It does look like it's moved. It's not where I put it, so it hasn't moved that far though. And one small crab. That's over a week the pot's been down. With a bait that would last probably a week. We got one crab. Not good. Right, next pot. Stand up this one, I can see where the rocks are. This is the one that's amongst all the rocks and stuff, so Another empty pot. Now it's starting to get a bit suspicious. I mean, I've checked it for holes time and time again, and I can't find any holes in it, unless somebody's coming out and pulling them. But I mean, the bait that was in there would have lasted a long time, and being it was old as well, it wouldn't have got pulled out by congers or anything, so all a bit too suspicious, this. Like I say, unless there's a hole I just can't see in it, but and another empty pot, just a couple of little crabs. It's got more in it than the other pots had anyway. Oh well, let's hope we have better luck with the fishing. Well, something grabbed hold of it. Looks like it's swimming towards me as well. Unless, of course, it's come off. And that's a possibility as well. No, it's still there. It's not very big, but it's a fish. Yeah, small pollock. Not bad. Not tiny, but not massive either. Right, I've got to move. I'm going to end up in the rocks. So this blaster seems to be the one doing the business today. This feels a bit better. Again, it's not massive, I don't think, but getting caught up on my other line as well now. It's the only trouble, we're drifting back against the line. It's just another pollock, it's a better one. That's not a bad pond. So I was just bringing in the line, something grabbed it, and this is the lure. It hasn't caught yet, so like it might be a long nose on the surface. Hard to see at the moment with the sun in my eyes, well, the light in my eyes. It's not jumping. Yeah, it is a long nose. Now, like I said before, these things stink. They're great bait, but this one, I'm going to put it back. Off he goes. Like little bullets, those things. High quality gloves. Doesn't feel too bad fish. Again, not massive, but took the line well. It's just started to rain a little bit. Yeah, another pollock. It's all pollock today, apart from that one garfish. Mind you, they're slowly getting bigger. Oh, something quite large grabbed hold of it. I think it's Pollock's, it's going for the bottom. Get it clear of the reefs. Yeah, it's not that big, it's just fouled up underneath. Always makes them feel a lot bigger than they are when you catch them badly like that. But it's another pollock. Ooh, it's putting up a bit of a fight, this one. It's got to be pollock or bass. Maybe bass with this one. Oh, I felt a head kick, so that could be bass. No, it's going to be a pollock, but it's not a bad one. That is quite a nice pollock. Yeah, that's a good pollock, that is. And that is going to be tomorrow's dinner. Cracking fish. Worth coming closer in. Right, see if we can land this one. We just lost 2 fish and this handle feels bent on this reel. And, oh, it's coming loose, that's why. Okay, we got it. Yeah, we just lost 2 good fish, so hopefully we can keep hold of this one. net under it, because these are only very small hooks and it's not a bad sized pollock. So there we go. Oh, these nets, pain in the ass with these things. There we go. Now I am worried the hook will come out. I can't even get it out. There we go. That's an okay pollock. So I just picked this rod up to reel it in to check it for weed. As I started to reel in fast, something grabbed it. Obviously it was probably had its eye on it or following it, but as it bolted, it attacked. I think this is the Zebco tool flyer on this one, the one that hasn't really caught much, but it is catching. I think it just needs the right conditions. And I mean, the fishing has been sparse the last couple of times we've tried, so feels a bit more bassy. Might be pollock, but it stayed down. Listen to that drag. That's pollock. Another good sized one. That is a good sized one. So there you go, that lure does actually work. So the other day I didn't catch, but you know, different days. So far the lures that we looked at in another video, they've all caught apart from, well, I've got one colour variation, and the deep purple one, which I won't be able to run that one until I get the big boat, because obviously I need a lot deeper water for it. Damn it, that one pulled off. So that was a good fish lost, and this one's in the bottom. Oh, things have gone from being okay to being crap now. Right, we just went over the same spot where we had that horrible moment where we lost the fish and then went and lost the other rod's lure in the bottom with the fish. Some of those unfortunate things that happens in fishing from time to time, which you hope don't happen too often. And I went over the top of this and I felt things knocking the line. I wonder if there's a shoal of fish that are actually, you know, knocking the line, actually swimming into the line when I go through it. So we'll see. We'll see what's on the end of this. Probably be pollock again, but yeah, it's not a big fish, this one. But it ain't too bad. So you'll notice we've come down to using just the one rod. I tend to only use one rod when there's plenty of fish around. It's normally when there's not many fish that I'll put two rods out to sort of obviously try and increase the chances and to be able to use different lures. But when there's a few fish around, then it's much easier just to use one, because trying to turn the boat with two lures, you end up tangling your lures up, things like that. But with just a single lure, it's much easier to be able to just turn in circles. And quite often you'll find that when you're trailing for the fish, when you turn and you get the line out the line of the engine kind of thing, you will suddenly hook up fish. In fact, that's what happened just before with this one. So a small one. See if he can go down. He should be alright. Yeah, it's fine. The thing is with pollock, if you bring them up from the deep too fast, you won't get them back down again. But being we're quite shallow, they should be fine. So I'd quietened down a bit. I'm just about to start thinking about making my way in. And this picked up. I think the water's starting to get a little bit deep now for here. I mean, I could use lures that run deeper, but I think it's enough today. Another pollock. It's been a day of pollock. Right, gonna head in. It's been not a bad day. Didn't do well with the pots, but we've caught about a dozen fish, a few garfish, pollock. No bass around today, but that's fishing. And I'm gonna go and get some dinner now.